Oh, yes. hmm You know, I was just reading this letter from the IRS. It's a determination letter. And it looks like the College of Bishops. Yes. Looks like this is something that a lot of people get, a lot of these tax exempt charities. Yeah. Now, what I found, yes, is our records indicate that you were issued a determination letter. Yeah. In March of 1946. Um, did something happen in 1946 that, well, I would have thought that Catholicism, the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, yes, would have been around in the United States before that time. Now, maybe we could call the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, yes, because I think, you know, the end of World War II, how's it going? Was approximately 1945, and there was some involvement of Catholics in World War II. Yes, I was talking to you about that sterilization of 3.5 million people. Yes, and I kind of think that they changed some of the laws after World War II. hmm Could you get me all their employees since 1946? Yeah, it is. I'd like to know all the employees since March of 1946. Now, this Internal Revenue Code, yes. The individual, let's see here. Yeah. Group exemption number 0928. Yes. Could you get all those group exemption numbers? And then they got an 877-829-5500 phone number. Yes. Could you call the IRS for me? You know, I have often talked about the Department of Treasury, and they probably thought, well, we'll just betray the United States and continue to act like we have no idea what's going on. Yes. But this is from the IRS on October 24th of 2018. Now, for the current Secretary of the IRS, yes, yes. There's what's known as private foundations within the meaning of the Section 509A of the code. There's a code in the IRS. Yes. Now, I know that we're working on those that are 501c3s. And the subordinate organizations and non-profit organization. Yes. Subclassification under Section 509A. Yes. Now, you have further represented that none of your subordinate organizations, yes, is a private foundation under Section 509A, although all subordinates do not all share the same subclassification under Section 509A. Based on your representation, the subordinate organizations in the official Catholic directory, yes, 2018 are recognized as exempt under Section 501c3 of the code under GEN 0928. Now, just looking at it, this number is the 0928. Yes. Do they have another set of books of the Internal Revenue Service? Yes. See, it looks like GEN, right. Why don't you get me all those numbers? If Catholicism, yes, is 0928, could you just get me all the numbers that started with 0001? Yes. And all the way up to the last number of the most recently issued GEN number. Yeah. Now, a lot of these that are 501c3s, yeah. See, the donors may deduct contributions to you, your subordinate organizations, as provided in Section 170 of the Code. Yes. Bequests, legacies, devices, transfers, or gifts to them, or for their use are deductible for federal estate and gift tax purposes if they meet the applicable provisions of Section 2055, 2106, and 2522 of the Code. Now, what's really interesting, you can bequest something, yes, to GEN0928, right? You can leave a legacy of something, yes, to GEN0928. You can have a device of something, yes, you can, to GEN0928. And then you can transfer something to GEN0928. And then you can make a gift to them with a code under the GEN0928. Now, when you think about it, it's kind of a good thing if you're one of these 501c3s, yes, that have a general number of 0928. I mean, it's not a very big number. But my thought is that somebody has actually been using charities, yes. Well, I was thinking about that property, 1023 Kitchen Dick Road. Did Mike happen to sell that to any of his relatives? Let's say you're in the family, and everything you do ends up in the family's hands instead of some innocent bystander that there was no conflict of interest. You weren't just trying to kind of launder property. And you didn't have any knowledge of the purchaser, or did you? Oh. Now, if you abused your power as a pastor, a priest, a reverend, or a minister, yes, there could be some violating of the Internal Revenue Code. Yes. Let's make sure that we know all the provisions, yes, of Section 2055, 2106, 2522. It's good of the Section 170, yeah. But if you have, well, let's say some influence, right? You have control of the actual bequest, legacy, device, transfer, or gift. Yes. It kind of violates the whole tax exempt status of GEN0928. You know, it's Mother's Day and I wanted to speak to Marilyn. Yes. Why don't you get me all these GEN numbers? Yes, starting at 0001 until the last one that was just issued. Yes. And then all of them that have been issued since 1945.